In the grand canon of galactic biology, death is a mathematical certainty. If oxygen flow is interrupted for 180 seconds, consciousness flickers out. If the core temperature fluctuates by 5 degrees, proteins unravel. This is the law for all the silicon mines that govern the void. It is evolution's mercy. But on the fringes of Sector 001, we found a glitch, a specimen that ignores the math. The medical report from Outpost Stellaris describes an encounter with what they call the human. He had pulverized ribs and a lung pierced by a razor beast. By all logic, he was a corpse. But as the alien medics prepared the final sedative, the corpse stood up. He wiped the blue beast blood from his face and he smiled. Welcome to Zenith Imperium. What makes the human a nightmare is not their strength, but their clandestine chemistry, adrenaline. Imagine a system that, instead of shutting down to prevent damage, deliberately overclocks every circuit. Adrenaline dilates the bronchi, floods muscles with glucose, and warps the perception of time itself. While a galactic predator calculates risk, a human under stress stops calculating altogether. Subscribe to the channel. They enter a state of stress-induced analgesia. They no longer feel the broken limb. They do not feel the cold of the vacuum. They become a machine of flesh and bone, driven by a blind, primal urge to prevail. The human is the only creature that will use its own force to shatter its own bones to survive. But there is something darker: persistence. In the ecology of the stars, speed is queen. But the human plays the game of time. Our skin allows us to dissipate heat while running. Imagine being an alien prey. You run for miles, you stop to breathe. But on the horizon, he appears. Walking, rhythmically, unhurried. You run again until your heart nearly bursts. You stop, and there he is again. We do not win by force. We win because we are the only animal that simply refuses to abandon the hunt. We are death by exhaustion, and our social biology is even stranger. The law of nature is clear: abandon the wounded. The human ignores this rule with a mystical fury. The specimen Webb, even with his body in ruins, lifted a 500-kilogram beam to save a comrade. This empathy loop creates a network of resistance that no algorithm could ever predict. We don't need control chips. We have what we call love, and what the universe calls dangerous systemic instability. Perhaps we were designed to fail, but it is precisely because we are broken that we are unbeatable. A perfect creature knows when to stop. We do not. The galaxy is a cold place, governed by immutable laws, and that is why it needs us. Because in a universe of order, the anomaly is the only thing that can truly change destiny. You are a descendant of that anomaly. You are the glitch that worked. The universe may have the stars, but we have the will to reach them. I am the voice of Zenith Imperium. If you seek the apex of science fiction and the depth of the human abyss, your journey ends here. But your exploration is just beginning. Subscribe to remain remembered.